Hello Bookish besties, and welcome back to my channel. We're going to be getting into a pretty big book haul today. I'm really excited to show you guys the books that I've been acquiring over the past few months. Some of these I have shown you maybe in vlogs or TBR videos, but there are others that are special editions and ones that I got from the book convention that I went to that I haven't really showed you guys in depth yet, so I'm really excited to get into this. A lot of these are like romance or fantasy romance, so I'm not going to go in any specific order, so I'll just be showing you them, showing you how gorgeous some of these are, and going over the little synopsis, and then I'll probably let you guys know where I got them from. I have a spooky hot chocolate with me, and I'm ready to just sit down and get cozy and share my books with you. The first one is Consider Me by Becka Mack, and I showed this one in my fall TBR video. This is one I was really excited about because these watercolor covers were only available in like the UK or Canada for a long time, so I was really excited that I was able to find them at my local Barnes & Noble. This one is a Playing for Keeps hockey romance, so Playing for Keeps is the series name. All the covers are super gorgeous. Fall with me, that's what it is. It's the most recent one that just came out. This one is between a teacher and an NHL player. Olivia is the teacher and Carter is the hockey player, and Olivia's best friend's boyfriend's a hockey player, so she wants nothing to do with them because she does not like him. But the first time Carter meets Olivia, he can't stop thinking about her, so he basically tries to do all of these things to get her to consider him. I'm really excited for this. Y'all know how much I love hockey romance, and it is officially hockey season again, so I'm so excited for this one. Another one that I think was in my fall TBR vlog is Long Live Evil by Rees Brennan, and this is a really new one. I haven't seen much about it. So basically she dies and comes back for this second life in her, I think it's her favorite fantasy book, and she's like the main fictional character, but instead of being like the hero on the hero's journey, she becomes the villain and basically has to assemble a group of villains and come up with like an evil plot. So it's basically like kind of like the opposite of like a, you know, you die and become the hero in the story and try to figure it out. So I think this is going to be really fun, and Holly Black and Leigh Bardugo both said really good things about it on the front, so I'm excited for this one, and the cover is just beautiful. Plus, everyone loves a girl in her villain era. This chunky boy of a book is from my Sinners in Stardust book trip, and it's the Dark Collective, and you can see on the side it's like laser engraved Sinners in Stardust. It's so gorgeous. So this is basically an anthology, and a bunch of the authors that were there wrote short dark romance stories for this book. It is huge. I'm so excited to read it. Let me read you the authors that are in this. It's Alicia Williams, Allie Shante, Arabella Black, Aurelia Knight, Brooklyn Cross, Bryn Ford, Charlotte Mallory, C.M. Hutton, Kriya Reeton, Dawn Darling, Jen Stevens, Caitlin Taylor, Catherine Ann Kingsley, Lauren Beale, M. Violet, M.F. Adele, Monica Kane, Montana Fire, Poppy Jacobson, and Regine Abel. Some of you probably recognize these names. They're really popular on Kindle Unlimited, and I want to read a bunch of their books, but I'm so excited because these are just for this collection, and it's just so beautiful, and it was a memento for me to remember my trip. I have about 20 or a little bit more than 20 books in this video, so it's not going to be too long, but also not that small of a book haul. So I am going to be showing you some of the editions that I've gotten in my Bookish box. It is a book subscription that I subscribe to, and I get basically a book a month. Sometimes I skip them if I don't want the book, but I've gotten some beautiful editions from these. So this one specifically is from the Bookish box. This is the Wild Love. I think this was going around Bookstagram. Get Rosine Ford. I haven't read this yet. There's a little like art print that goes inside. And then look how pretty this is. I want to live there. Hold on. I want to live there. It's so cute. So this makes me even more excited. And there's a reversible dust jacket as well. Sorry, I'm struggling with this right now. Look at how cute. And then the back. This makes me want to read it. Another one from the Bookish box is this beautiful edition of the Book of Azrael by Amber V. Nicole. Look at this art. Oh, I just love, I have such an obsession with character art. And the outside of this book is beautiful. I love it so much. There's more art in the back. And the back of the book. You can't break me, world ender. I can't wait to read this. And then again, the dust jacket is also reversible. That one I'm most likely going to read on Kindle Unlimited and not get another copy of it because I have this copy, so I can just read it on KU at my leisure. And then I got this from the book convention as well. This is a signed special edition of Lady of Darkness by Melissa K. Roehrich, and I just love that art on the front. And then the back is also just beautiful. I'm obsessed. There's nothing inside, but it is signed. I'm really excited to read this one. It's about an assassin named Scarlet, and she grows up with these two other assassin sisters, but she finds herself imprisoned, and she basically has to do this task to get herself not to be imprisoned, and then there's a bunch of stuff that goes on after that as well. I got this beautiful edition of A Living Legend by Allie Shante. So it says, she's been called from her place in the darkness to aid the side of good in the last place she wants to be. Dani, groomed by Lilith herself, has long been spreading horror in the murk of purgatory. She never asked to be summoned to Heaven's Gate and never expected to be charged with the stubbornly attractive angel Nicholas as her partner. Though with a face like his to look at, Dani isn't about to complain. The lines between good and evil are shifting. Dani discovers that, lurking in her familiar darkness, are secrets she would never have guessed at and doesn't understand. Now she must ask herself, who is a demon supposed to trust? And this author wasn't supposed to be there, so it was very exciting, but her friend was at the convention, so she joined and brought some of her books, and that is Marilyn Marks, and she wrote The Prince of Prohibition, and I've been wanting to read this for so long. It's on Kindle Unlimited, and it basically says like if Akotar and like the Fae met the Great Gatsby. So it says, the year was 1926, glamour, riches, and greed filled the air, but under the facade of glitter and gold lay truths much darker, more sinister, and entirely less human. Adeline Colton was cursed. Everyone in Georgia knew the devil walked her farm, and maybe they were right, because each month she had dreams. Visions of a dark prince in a shadowed forest, a creature so wrong, temptation lurked beneath her skin. So after escaping to New York City, it's no surprise when her bad fortune follows. Only this time it's in the form of Jack Warren, millionaire, bootlegger, infamous gangster, and criminal who makes Addie his fervent obsession. Jack is everything Addie should avoid, but the more she resists his pull, the deeper she's drawn into his extravagant world. Lured by a life of freedom and desire, Adeline must make a choice, heed her family's warnings or follow Jack into the dark. But when fate binds them together, Jack is revealed to be something else, not man, not beast, not even the devil, but a creature much, much worse. Very excited for this one. Everyone raves about that one. So the last two books that I got from Sinners and Stardust, which is the book convention I went to, are The Fabric of Our Souls, and there's another one by the same author. This is K.M. Moronova. She was the nicest person ever, and look how beautiful this is. This is the character art version of the book. And it says, I'm 26 years old and I want to die. Waking up alive in the hospital with my brother weeping over me is the moment that everything changes. He has me committed to Harlow Sanctum, an unusual rehabilitation center with unorthodox methods and a storied past. There, I meet my roommate, a man with cruel eyes and a sense of humor even more morbid than mine. Oh, we're strangely drawn to each other. I crave death, he craves life. Can two people like us cure each other? So it looks so good. Also, I think there might be a love triangle in this. I'm not sure. And then the second one is also by her, and it's The Ballad of Phantoms and Hope. And it's just so beautiful. I literally wanted to cry when I saw this. This is the front, and then she's on the back. And this is like a heartwarming story of two mentally unwell ghosts who've lost their way. So this is the people from the Fabric of Our Souls. So it says, a gothic paranormal romance spin-off following a beloved character from the Fabric of Our Souls in the afterlife. I love the gothic paranormal aesthetic, and this is just so gorgeous. I could not buy it. And all of the books that I got from Sinners and Stardust are signed, which is so much fun. Another book that I got from Bookish box. This is two books in one. So it's Silver Tongue Devil and Devil in Boots by Stacey Marie Brown. So it comes in this cool cover, and that's the front and the back. It's just like super shiny and looks like a pirate's map. It's actually so shiny. And then look at the art. Oh god. I'm just like obsessed with art, like I said. And I'm obsessed with pirates. This is absolutely gorgeous. So there are the two books in here. So Silver Tongue Devil, which is the first one. This is like a duology, so both of them are in here. After the battle to save King Lars and Queen Kennedy's throne against Stavros, a tragic loss shatters what was left of Croydon's heart, and the Silver Tongue Devil returns to his first love, the sea. Trying to regain his title as the King of Pirates, Croydon hears of another who is challenging his claim, the woman pirate known as Puss in Boots. Ruthless as she is beautiful, men desire and fear her. Katrina Roth grew up on a ship, trained by the best, until the man she idolized, the captain she loved, turned his back on her, forcing her from the only home she'd known, leaving her life in ruin. She is now set on destroying him, and nothing, including her best friend Killian, can compete with her need for revenge. She will make the infamous silver-tongued devil pay. When fate leads Kat and Corinne to each other after centuries apart, Kat is no longer the young, innocent girl, and Corinne is no longer the man he once was. Their attraction and hate walk a thin line, forcing them into a turbulent partnership on the hunt for what is called the nectar, a substance found after the Fae War, which could be the most powerful and wanted object in the world. If it really exists, however, they aren't the only ones out there searching for it. Cutthroat and lawless, they either work together to find the elusive treasure or become each other's enemies. Kill or be killed, and dead men tell no tales. I'm not going to read that one because it's the sequel to that, so I don't want to give away any spoilers to myself or you guys. So just know that Devil in Boots is the second one in the Devil in the Deep Blue Sea duology. Now, this one's gorgeous, and I've heard so many good things about this book. It is A Kiss of Iron by Clare Sager, and I know this is a really popular one. Kindle Unlimited as well. It normally comes up for people that love like romantasy. Look at that, those creatures are so cool. Again, another double-sided dust jacket and a gorgeous cover. I'm just obsessed with the books that I get in these book boxes, and that's why I obviously keep getting them because they're just so pretty, and they wind up being really popular books on Kindle Unlimited, so then if I just read them on Kindle Unlimited I don't have to buy them because I already have them in these gorgeous physical edition. In the cutthroat game of court life, masters manipulate pawns, and you never know which one you are. One thing is certain, there's no space on the board for love. Penniless noblewoman Kat is on the verge of losing everything when she's offered a well-paid job that could be her salvation or her ruin. Drawn into court's deadly intrigue, she's given a single task: spy on the powerful Fae Lord known as the Night Queen of Shadow. Bastian Marwood is handsome, ruthless, and cunning, but Kat can't decide if he's a threat to her kingdom or just her heart. To uncover the truth, she must play a dangerous game of desire and deceit, pushing him to reveal his secrets while protecting her. Bastian's shadows have a hold on her, one she isn't sure she wants to escape. Kat soon learns that at court, nothing is as it seems, and even the best laid plans can be destroyed in an instant. As a pawn on the board, she can't afford to fall victim to love, only fight for survival. Sounds gorgeous, and I love this like neon 80s aesthetic. It's absolutely perfect. This is the last one I'm going to show you from my Bookish box, and that is The Ritual. I am so scared to read this one, but like it's absolutely stunning, so I can't just like not give it a chance. Everyone here loves or hates this one. Like it just looks so, like the art is so enticing, and like one thing about me is that I love masked men, and all I'm seeing is masked men right now, and I could cry. But I know that this one sometimes gives people like bad vibes, and it's a little too dark or like the wrong kind of dark, so I have to give it a go, see for myself. But I just know that a lot of people that read really dark stuff like me don't like this one and think it's too far. It says The Chosen One. Barrington University is home of the Lords, a secret society that requires their blood and payment. They are above all the most powerful men in the world. They devote their lives to violence in exchange for power, and during their senior year they are offered a chosen one. I vow, you vow, we vow. People think growing up with money is freeing, but I promise you it's not. My entire life has been planned out for me. I never got the chance to do what I wanted until Raya Alexander Archer came along and gave me an option for a better life. He offered me what no one else ever had: freedom. I chose to be his. He made me believe that anyway, but it was just another lie. A way that the Lords manipulate you into doing what they want. After being sucked into the dark, twisted world of the Lords, I embraced my new role and allowed Riot to parade me around like the trophy I was to him. But like all things, what started out as a game soon became a fight for survival, and the only way out was death. It's set at a university about like a group of men, the Lords, and they basically treat women like their property, so I'm not too sure how I'm going to feel about this one. It might draw a line that I cannot cross. We'll see. I showed you guys in one of my book vlogs where I went to the signing for Heir by Sabaa Tahir, so I have that book, and it is signed, and I think it's adorable because it's personalized. She was the nicest woman ever. She was so sweet. I know this is like a spin-off from the, I have it up there somewhere, you guys can't see it, but it is a spin-off from An Ember in the Ashes quartet. You don't have to read that series to read this one. It's just like, if you do read that series, you'll not know who this character is supposed to be. So it's just like more insight basically. So it goes through the 3 different perspectives, and it's just telling us a tale this world, and it is set in the same world as An Ember in the Ashes. And I was very excited to get this one at Target, and that is Spark of the Everflame by Penn. I've been looking at this one on Kindle Unlimited for so long. It's really pretty art on the inside, really pretty on the front, and then there's basically the same art in the back. So this one just got trad published, and that's what I picked up. When old secrets catch fire, everything will burn. In a mortal world colonized by the gods and ruled over by the Descended, their cruel, magic-wielding offspring, DM Ballator yearns to escape the insular life of her poor village. Her mother's sudden disappearance and the discovery of a dangerous secret about her past offered DM an unexpected opportunity to enter the dark world of Descended royalty and unlock the web of mysteries her mother left behind. With the dying king's handsome, enigmatic heir watching her every move, and a ruthless rebel alliance recruiting her to join the growing civil war, DM will have to navigate the unwritten rules of love, power, and politics in order to save her family and all of mortal kind. I think I heard this one has dragons in it. That's all I need to hear. Another one that I've been hearing about on Kindle Unlimited is The Stars Are Dying by Chloe C. Peñaranda. It's so pretty. Again, I got this one at Target. There's gold on the inside, and there's really pretty character art on the actual hardcover itself. Same thing on the back. When falls night, the world will drown in the starlight. It's just so pretty. The brightest star needs the darkest night. Azrael is a prisoner of her own mind, fast sliding from her grasp like water, but she knows she must escape the cruel arms that hold her captive and find her clouded memories once again. This quest leads her to the Libertatum, a succession of trials hosted by the king in which 5 human lands compete for a cycle of safety from the vampires seeking blood, claiming souls, and savaging after dark. But even winning the Libertatum will not keep Azrael safe from vampires. She's made a bargain with the beautiful and deadly knight who stalks her dreams and haunts her waking hours. He promises to keep her safe, but she knows she cannot trust him, cannot trust his lies, even as she finds herself drawn deeper and deeper into his seductive embrace. Caught between night and her own mysteries, Azrael must decide if winning the Libertatum of her kingdom is worth her life, or if protection and the answers to her past really are her strongest desires. It's definitely giving The Serpent in the Wings of Night, with the vampire making a deal with her, and also the trials to basically keep her safe. That one's also on Kindle Unlimited, so I'm probably going to read it on there because that physical edition is way too beautiful to mess up. I lied. The Ritual was not the last one that I wanted to show you from my Bookish box. The last one is A Butcher and Blackbird, the special edition, and I'm completely obsessed with this. So you guys know how much I love Butcher and Blackbird. See the cool sprayed edges. And then like they've got like her map, a map in here, like her spider webs. And then it's in a reversible dust jacket. And then really pretty, the Butcher and Blackbird like restaurant logo and a quote on the back. You're all the best things to me, Sloan, no matter how many bruises are in your heart or on your skin. But for those of you that don't know, Butcher and Blackbird is about 2 serial killers, Rowan and Sloan, and they fall in love. And they do that by having a competition every year. Rowan's brother, Lachlan, picks a serial killer for them to kill every year, and whoever kills the serial killer first wins. So they're serial killers that kill other serial killers. So that's where like the morally gray comes in. Now, some of these books are some newer ones that came out that I got. So the first one is Immortal Dark by Tages Tegurma. I'm really excited about this one because everyone has been raving about it. So pretty. Seek mind above blood, and if you must bleed, use it as ink. Like, I literally just bought it because of that. Like, that's a quote from the book, and I'm obsessed. And Chloe Gong said something really good about it on the front. A lost heiress, a soulless vampire, a secret drenched in blood. First of all, if you're going to tell me it's about a vampire, I'm most likely going to pick it up because I love vampires. It began long before my time, but something has always hunted our family. Orphaned heiress Eden Adane grew up far from the arcane society she was born into, where human bloodlines gain power through vampire companionship. When her sister June disappears, Kaiden, I don't know how to say her name, is convinced a vampire stole her, the very vampire bound to her family, the cruel yet captivating Susenyo Sagat. To find June, Kidan must infiltrate the elite Slay University, where she must survive living with Susenyos, even as he does everything he can to drive her away. It doesn't matter that Susenyos' wickedness speaks to Kidan's own violent nature and tempts her to surrender to a life of darkness. She must find her sister and kill Susenyos at all costs. When a murder mirroring June's disappearance shakes Uxley, Takedown sinks further into the ruthless underworld of vampires, risking her very soul. There she discovers a centuries-old threat, and June could be at the center of it. To save her sister, Takedown must bring Uxley to its knees and either break free from the horrors of her own actions or embrace the dark entanglements of love and the blood it requires. On to the next one, which I am completely thrilled to read soon, is Lights Out by Nevessa Allen. I've seen the Probably Smut book club edition of this book, and the cover is beautiful, and I'm so jealous. But I also love this cover. So this is the couple who slays together stays together, and I think this is going to be like another kind of like Butcher and Blackbird vibe. So it says, I want someone with a soul as black as night, someone who would burn the world down for me and not lose a single minute of sleep over it. Trauma nurse Allie doesn't need any more kinks. She likes the one she's landed on just fine. To her, nothing could top the masked men she follows online. She fantasizes about one man in particular hunting her down. She never could have guessed that one drunken text could make those dreams into reality. I want things most people don't, craving darkness and depravity instead of light and love. Josh Hammond has spent his life avoiding the limelight, but his online persona is another story. At night, he posts masked thirst traps for his millions of fans. One follower has caught his eye, Allie. Together, Allie and Josh live out their darkest fantasies, unaware that Allie has captured the attention of someone with far more sinister intentions. As Josh turns from predator to protector, he must ask himself how far he'll go for the woman he's obsessed with. So I cannot wait to read this. I'm obsessed with masked men. I have said this before. I'm currently reading Carving for Kara, which also has a masked man in it, so sign me up. Then turning the tides to a more cutesy romance is Casey McQuiston, The Pairing. So I love Casey McQuiston for her sapphic and for her MM romances. I think they're truly adorable. Red, White, and Royal Blue is such a good book and such a good movie, and I highly recommend that one, so I'm excited for this one. It's such a cute little addition because the whole thing is like they're doing like I think a food tour around Paris or just around France in general. Theo and Kit have been a lot of things. Childhood best friends, crushes, lovers, and now estranged exes. After a brutal breakup on a flight to their dream European food and wine tour, they exited each other's lives. Time apart has done them good. Theo is a bartender and an aspiring sommelier with a long roster of lovers. Kit graduated as the reigning sex god of his pastry school and now bakes at one of the finest restaurants in Paris. All that remains is the unused voucher for the European tour that never happened. 4 years later, it seems like a great idea to finally take the trip. Solo, separate. It's not until Theo and Kit board the tour bus that they discover they both accidentally had the exact same idea, and now they're trapped with each other for 3 weeks of the most romantic sights and sensuous flavors of France, Spain, and Italy. But it'll be fine, as long as they agree they're absolutely over each other. So when Theo suggests a friendly wager to see who can sleep with their hot Italian tour guide first, Kit is game. In fact, why stop there? Why not a full-on European hookup competition? But sometimes a taste of everything only makes you crave what you can't have. So I'm excited. Not only is it an MM romance, but it's also like traveling, seeing different places. There's food involved, which I love. Anything that's like writing about food. I think it's so interesting to see like different dishes, especially from different cultures. So I'm very excited for this one, and I really wanted to get it because this was when the Olympics were happening in Paris, and I was like, oh heck yeah. Then I got Gold, which is the 5th book in the Plated Prisoner series by Raven Kennedy. I have the rest of the white editions, like the white and gold ones, because normally these are black and gold. So I have the rest of the white and gold edition. I wanted to just complete my collection, but I'm mad because I thought the other ones had sprayed edges. Like this one, they don't. So this one's just the outlier, but at least the covers match, like the spines on the outside match, and they create like this really cool gold splashing effect. I'm not gonna read this because obviously I have not read the rest of the series and I don't want to give anything away for myself. But the Plated Prisoner series is like a King Midas retelling, and I'm pretty sure there's a woman made of gold and this man captures her and she basically has Stockholm syndrome for him, and then I'm not sure what the rest of the series is about, so I have to read that soon. Then one that I've been wanting and couldn't pass up the deal is the new cover of Stalking Jack the Ripper by Cara Maniscalco. Look at that. I'm obsessed. If you guys know the regular edition, oh, it's right here. Can you guys see that? Yeah, it's right here. It is horrendous. And listen, Cara Maniscalco's books are normally beautiful, but those are like some of her newer ones before like Kingdom of the Fallen. Like, you can't see that. But the covers for the series Stalking Jack the Ripper are horrendous. So I'm so excited that these new versions came out. I'm probably going to be unhauling my original version, probably giving it to a friend or donating it to a little free library. But this is, he murdered women in cold blood, he terrorized an entire city, he taunted those of us who hunted him down. But despite all these horrors, in the end I could not deny it. I was the girl who loved stalking Jack the Ripper. I'm just excited for this one. Like I said, this is just the most beautiful cover I've ever seen, like with the sword and the butterfly wings and the flowers, like again with the naturalistic vibes you guys know I'm obsessed with. And then like with the sword on the back. So gorgeous. But I'm very excited about this. I was literally in the store and I was like, oh, I don't want to buy another one because I already have it, and it's like $13 isn't too bad for a paperback nowadays, but still I was like, I already own it. And then I went to get coffee at the Barnes & Noble cafe counter, and it was only $5 with the purchase of a drink. So I only paid $5 for this. Those are basically all the books that I've gotten since like August. I just have been kind of cutting down on book buying until I can read some of my more physical books. I'm planning on doing a TBR takedown series. Leave a comment down below if you just want to leave a book stack if you have nothing to say, or tell me some of the books that you bought this summer and fall. Don't forget to subscribe for future content as well. And thank you guys for watching. Happy reading and love you. Bye.